I'd like to start by sharing a story about Leah. I only spoke to you one time when you and Dan were dating. And I remember that I said I would pray for you because you were dating Dan. Dan and I have been praying for you before we knew your name. One day on Cinco de Mayo, you accepted Jesus Christ as your Savior. You've been passionately serving Jesus and sharing the gospel with people in a way that inspires me. It's amazing to stop and realize that we have been praying for this moment that we're in right now for quite a few years.
All my love is yours. All my love is yours. All my love is yours. All my love is yours.
The commitment of marriage is one of the most important commitments that you will make in life. It's a beautiful picture of Jesus' love for the church. In our day and age, marriage is becoming less common, which makes it even more impactful. Marriage is one of the most vulnerable relationships that you will have, and it's important that each of you give each other grace. Out of love, Jesus calls both of you to serve each other. He gave a perfect example of this action of love and respect by washing his disciples' feet. As you now take time to show how you plan to serve each other in marriage by washing each other's feet.
I've been praying for this day since the day I gave my life to the Lord, and it's finally here. I'll never forget the first time I saw you at a friend's wedding, and then again at Chris and Rachel's. You had the most beautiful countenance to you, and I had surrendered my life to the Lord and trying to find someone. When I did, He led her right to me, and today I get to marry you. And so I vow to you today to strive to always keep my love for Him first, and through Him pursue your heart as my life's purpose. You will be my greatest ministry.
I believe the purpose of marriage is to glorify God better together than we could apart. I'm confident and unwavering in our decision to become one. I vow to respect and love you the way Jesus has called me to. I vow to strive every day to fulfill the call that the Lord has given me to be your wife. I vow to pursue the Lord in our marriage and to make Him the center. I vow my faithfulness to follow you through all of life's experiences, as you follow Christ, that together we may grow in the likeness of Him. I love you the most, and today I commit myself to you.
Dan, do you take Leah to be your wife? Will you love, comfort, and keep her, and forsaking all others, remain true to her as long as you both will live?
I promise to support you,
Care for you,
care for you.
And stand alongside you
for all our days.
for all our days.
Now for the moment you've been waiting for. Dan, you may kiss the bride. For the first time, I have the privilege of announcing to you Mr. and Mrs. Dan Milagro.
I didn't know Dan before he dated my sister, so I can't tell you the nitty-gritty about him. But I think you're perfect for my sister. I can tell the way she looks at you. You two have formed a special bond, a love that will go a long way.
So listen, she couldn't give you the nitty-gritty, but I will. If you know Dan, okay, then you know Dan does one thing great. He's on point. He knows what he's doing. That's exactly why he sent me a 5-point outline on what to say today. So I'm going to read that. Just kidding. He didn't. You know, we could talk about crazy stories like a couple of these guys over here know when he got his foot stuck inside the toilet. For like a week, it was blue. It was really gross, and he had that, you know. It never happened. I'm just kidding. I'm just joking. He is now creating his own family with Leah. The Bible talks about how you separate yourself from mom and dad and you cleave to each other, and I am so encouraged. And I just say this to you, Leah, is that you couldn't have found a greater man that God would have for you. I remember the book that we gave you, right? 31 Prayers for My Future Wife. That was going on for years prior, that he was reading the book and he was praying these prayers, and then you come. But the greatest glory goes to your Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, because He has made you into the man that you need to be for that lovely lady.
I would choose you over and over. I would choose